Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing with me on today, broadcasting here inside the lighthouse. And I love my morning routine. I do. I'm beginning to really love my morning routine as I love the morning routine when I got up at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning recording. See, it's just been a journey. It's been a journey. So now this is going to be the routine here. And I know Monday through Thursday for sure. I know that. That's gonna be the routine. Getting the episodes out early. Start doing a routine. A routine in the morning where you give it over to God. Start doing a routine where instead of sowing into the foolishness, see, because you got to stand for you. If you don't stand for no one else, and you should, because we are here for each other. But let me tell you something. See, some people will put other people all in front of them and forget about them, forget about me and my mental health and my well-being, what's best for me, what I need to do. That's the highway of life. I'm inside the lighthouse. That's the highway of life. But my well-being, my mental health, they are even willing to sacrifice yours. Forget yours. Forget yours. What about what I need? What about this? What about that? What about what I got to do? What about what I got to have? What about what I want, I need? I'm saying people will put themselves all in front of you and forget you. But see, you got to stand for you, honey. That's what I found. I didn't used to stand for me. I didn't. That's how people used to call me Jackie. Because they used to take me and twist me. You can call me Jackie, but don't twist me. Just that's fine. You can call me that. That ain't my name, but you can call me that. But don't twist me. But see, them people down there, the old stove. They call me Jackie. I don't know where they got that from. I never told them my name was Jackie. I didn't tell not one person when I walked in there that my name is Jackie. Because my name is not Jackie. I've been called Jackie all my life, and I've been jacked and twisted and turned and pushed and needled and poked and stepped on and walked on and run over and done over. And now I'm tired. I'm getting up. I'm rising. I'm done. It ain't happening no more. I'm telling you, I'm the captain. I'm the captain of the ship. But look, I'll tell you something. God got the map. God know where we're going. See, I'm just here. Okay, God, where we headed? Okay, let me know, God, because see, I ain't doing this. It ain't me. I ain't doing this. It's me and God, and God is guiding me, honey. But look, they need people so bad. But see, they don't know how to treat people. You don't know how to, you stealing. You doing things down here. Stealing hours and running over folks, talking to folks any kind of way, and you want somebody to come down there and work for you. You need some help. Oh, do you? Yeah, you really do need some help. Because you told me to take off my scarf, my earrings. I can't do this. I can't not me, but everybody else, and her too. She can't do it either. And this one right here, so we got about 4 of them can't do it. Okay, well, that's your night crew. Bye. And we left. And she called up that manager and told her, I can't do it without you. I need you. I need you over here. You can work with him. It's just, just people get you all caught up in foolishness. So I tried 3 times. Honey, you got so many managers down there. He made everybody a manager except me and the manager. He tried to take away her position. He tried to fire her. You out of there. You ain't no manager no more. I'm gonna put this teenager over you. Give her some keys. Here, you a manager. Then the district manager said, no, you can't do that. You can't put, she too young. She had to go to school. School getting ready to start. How she gonna manage the store? How she gonna be here? I mean, just all kind of foolishness. You put her, but see, she knew. I told her, when she thought she was gonna manage me. Look, wait a minute here now. I'm telling you, young lady, I had to talk with her right there in front of everybody. And after that, she knew she couldn't manage me no more. See, God manages me. I know what to do. I don't need you to tell me, boo. So when you try to tell me, try to micromanage, do this and do that, no, that ain't gonna work either. Cause see, I don't take orders. I already know. Just when I come in the door, what's the job? What you need me to do? I get this, to tell me what to do. I've been doing this. So see, I got to move. I got to grow. I got to change. I got to flow. I got to flow with God's flow. I got to move on. It's time to grow. So God done took me, and they mad at me because I won't come back down there. I ain't going back down there. My mental, physical, and emotional well-being are at stake. And I'm going, honey, where I can rise and be great. Where I can really sow the seeds of love. Cause see, they ain't trying to hear that. I'm telling you, I can't. I could, but I'll be fighting. I'll be in there drowning. It's so much tension, And then when the big manager come in and tell me to take my earrings and my scarf off, but this is what I've been wearing to save the stove. Now I can't do that no more. I got to move on. Then she put me, it's so much foolishness. It's just too much to even talk about. It's so much to focus on, but I'm telling you, it'll swirl you up, honey. It'll swirl you all up and see, I'd be down there swirled up with the rest of them. I'm trying to fight, my way out of oppression. They throwing it at me all kind of way. He done said that. She done looked at me this way. They got me standing here by the felon. I'm over here doing this. Leave me alone. Let me go over here. No, they can't leave me alone. Hey, fish her back over in here. Get her. We want her. I understand she been doing this for 6 months. I just stepped in here and just seen her. This second time I've seen her. But I want her over here by the felon. I want to see them get it on. See, but what they don't know, grow, is I'm a felon also. You done put me beside her. Now this ain't gonna mix, honey. See, I'm a different kind of fella. No, you don't know. I ain't that tight. I got to grow. I got to move on. I got to rise. I got to live. I got to sow. So I don't sow into that kind of foolishness. So what I do is remove myself. Ain't that what the words say? Remove yourself from evildoers. So, honey, I walked off, started doing something different. But no, he didn't like that. He told the manager. My friend told her, hey, tell her to come back over here with us. She turned around, Jackie, would you please come help her? But look, she been doing this for 5 hours by herself before I even got down here, but all of a sudden she need me over here. I tell you what, she need me over there. I tell you what, I'm needed down there at the lighthouse. Let me head on back down there. I got to sow some love. See y'all later. And out the door I went. Honey, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody 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 got time for that. For real. Life is too short. And so when I walked out the door, they didn't expect that. When I walked out the door, that left them with so much. What she told me the next day, she said was so much. See, because the dishes don't never stop coming. It's walls. They have left me walls of dishes to do because they know that's what I do is clean. Dishes piled up to the wall. They can't do no dishes. They got nails. So I don't have nails. I ain't trying to press nobody. I ain't putting that stuff on my fingers. The last time I put that stuff on my fingers, honey, I fell on it. I slipped and fell backwards and pulled up that middle finger, honey. I thought I was through. I was through. I really was for about 2 weeks. Couldn't do my daughter's hair. I had to have help in the shower. I couldn't do anything and just watch, looking at my nail, watching my nail, praying that my nail come back to where it's supposed to be. I'm just looking at this stub and how it formed up. Oh my God, it was terrible. And never again. No more. No, hon. I don't need that. I want to be just the way God made me. Now I put a little, fix myself up, makeup, whatever. But, queens, you do you. You love the nails, but see them down there, they couldn't do no dishes. So, they had nails. I'm the only one that ain't got nails. Pretty much. Me and a couple others. But pretty much the dishes was my duty because I was there most of the time. I'm doing the dishes and cleaning. And they want to know where I'm at. Somewhere cleaning. That's where I was. But, people will take you for granted. And don't you take nothing for granted. Don't even take life for granted. Tomorrow, it's not promised here on this earth that we're going to be here. It's promised to us as children of God, but it's not promised to us that we're going to be on this earth. Remember, God takes the best and saves the rest to build a soul for his kingdom. Do you understand? Because, see, we already down here in evil. We already down here under oppression. We already down here dealing with it each and every day. So what we have to do is change our hearts and minds to grow. We got to be the ones to make the difference. We got to be the ones to make the change. We are the world. USA for Africa, USA for the world, USA for us. I'm telling you, for us, that's what we doing. So now we growing from 1 to 8 billion. We growing, honey. For me, I spoke over me. I changed me. See, because I could be down there with them, and going back and forth. Like I guess that's what he wanted to see. Going back and forth and tit for tat. And she say this and I say that. And then next thing you know, there it is. You ain't nothing but earn opportunity, huh? But see, you ain't got too many times to say something to me, because see, there it is, already there. But see, I got to walk off. I already changed me. I know I've been changed. What you talking about? The angels in heaven done sign my name. I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. I know the angels in heaven done sign my name. Understand? Comprehend what I see in my friends. I'm telling you, I done changed. So that's why I walked out the door. That's why I left, and I ain't been back no more. I can't do it. I told her, I would love to come help you again. I would love to, but I can't. My mental, physical, emotional well-being are at stake. And if you can put up with it, more power to you. But see, I got to remove myself. I can't be a part of the soap opera down there. And I went over here telling them, I don't do drama. I keep to myself. I go sit by myself. I go sit alone. I'm there to work. I'm there to help. That's my job. I'm here to help. Where do you need me to help at? Okay, you need me to do this? That's what I'm going to do. But before he left, he made everybody managers. And they want to micromanage folks, And so it's just a bunch of foolishness. And I ain't got time for it. I got to move. I got to grow. I got to flow. God got me, honey. God got me on a journey, a beautiful journey to grow. And I'm striving every day for greatness. And what I can't do is allow someone to take that, to remove that, to change that, to upside me, to twist me, because they call me Jackie. And no, I'm Jacqueline. Matter of fact, Queen is in my name. I'm a queen. Queen, Queen is in my name. Glory be to God. Glory be to God. God has blessed us with a beautiful plan to grow. As we proceed on this highway of life, understand one thing, kings and queens, your majesty. What you're going after, what you're trying to get, what you're trying to have, is staying. We leaving just as we came in with nothing. Ascending to another dimension. Where? We'll find out when we get there. Right now, we got to grow today for a better way. For tomorrow, grow. Because they are looking at us. They are watching us. And speaking of my baby, Mikhail, it looks like he is going to be remaining out there with his grandpa, and I thank God for that. Grandpa see that this is his legacy. This, as much as it is mine, that's his legacy also. That's his tomorrow. So he needs to invest as a villager. It takes a village. This village here has put in 9 years. Come on, Grandpa. It's time to step up. Dad ain't, Mama can't. Mama working on it. She trying. And I got to give it to her because she is. She trying. So she trying in her way, in her capacity. But see, I see her growing. I see her striving for greatness. And all I got to do is just be there to be that support system to help her reach greatness. Because our job as parents don't stop as our children become grown. We still encourage, support, and be there as much as they will allow us to. Because remember, understand, you knew it all too. You didn't want to hear it. I know I didn't. I knew it. One thing I knew is I'm not here to take orders. I'm not here to take orders. Excuse me. I get so excited. I really do. When it's time to get on podcast to you. The world is at our fingertips. It is. Do the right thing that's in front of you. The Spirit of God is within you. This is spirituality, honey. Let me tell you something. I haven't been to church in years. It's been years since I've been to church because church is in the heart. Love is where you start. That's what God showed me. Study and show yourself approved. Walk in the Lord every day in spirituality. It's a relationship between you and God. You don't have to have no go-between. It's you and God. I'm just the beacon of light to show you the way. Grow with God. Pray it forward. Where you see a need, sow a seed. Put in. And then as you put in to someone else's cup, they're going to put in some, the ripple effect. So love, let's grow. All over the world. I really thank God that He blessed me with this job opportunity because I see it as a stepping stone to something even more beautiful over on the horizon. Sometimes God has to take us and sit us down in a quiet place so we can see that it's really God moving in our lives. See, all this stuff, material things, house, cars, all this stuff don't mean nothing. It don't mean anything. Where is it going? Because when you leave here, it's staying. You can have it buried with you, but it's still staying in the ground. Your spirit is leaving. You got to give an account to this life. That's what I understood. And I went through so much in my life to make you cry. You wouldn't believe all I have been through. You just wouldn't believe it. It's an unbelievable story. Sometimes I sit back, don't believe it. But now I could cry at the sound of the birds and have done so. The peace and joy that I have now, the tranquility, growing in God every day, the ability to go to the motherland and sink my toes into her beautiful sand, to look over on the horizon, to see the people, to be a part of it, to walk in the crowds, to walk in the store. I mean, I'm here in Africa with my people. Hey, world, I'm in Africa. It was beautiful. A beautiful experience. I just couldn't, God, me, really? Well, I used to say, why me, God? For a time such as this. For a time such as this, I went to Africa. I went all in the motherland. I had a beautiful time. I was everywhere. I went here, there, everywhere. It's all kind of people. Crowds and crowds of people. Working. Hard working people. Because their government don't give them anything. They work all through their life. They work their entire life without government assistance. That's something to think about. And it's hard. It's not easy for them. But they do it. They rise above. You should see, stores everywhere. Shops. People selling in the street. Hard-working people. That's what they are. They're hard-working people in Africa. You see them talk about them people, but those are hard-working people. Evil is everywhere. Evil is all over here in the United States. What you talking about? A person can't even go to the subway. People scared in the subway. People pushing people in front of trains, stabbing folks. Don't even know these people. But I'm over here in the motherland, walking all in the streets, sea full of people. Just people all everywhere. Full of folks. Didn't nobody bother me. People were smiling at me. They wasn't even wearing masks. Nobody had on a mask. Nobody. It's 80 degrees. Didn't nobody have on no mask. I was over there in February, the height of COVID. And let me tell you something else about me. I didn't take the COVID test. I didn't take it, and I ain't taking the monkeypox either. I ain't taking none of the vaccines. No more. Not that I don't believe in science. I do. I do believe in science. I truly do. But see, it's something. When your government can come up with a vaccine to try it on you, see how this works, but they can't help you with reparations. They can't help lift you out of poverty. You come down in the community, you see the housing, you see this blight. But you want to pass out a vaccine, but you can't pass no money. You can't help out. But steady, you got a system of locking folks up, but where's this? Okay, see, I love the USA. I'm here. I love the USA, but honey, look, we got to right the wrongs. We got the WRITE, the wrongs. No, I wanted to take the COVID vaccine, but every chance I got to go take the COVID vaccine, I'm wrestling with it, and I'm talking to people. I'm getting advice. What about what you think? I'm wondering and seeing, and I never did take it, so I just didn't take it, and I eat garlic, and I eat healthy. I don't eat junk. I don't eat fast food. I can't put that in my system. I eat right. And that's what we got to do, kings and queens. We got to eat to live. Don't live to eat. Don't wake up in the morning, what am I going to eat? You don't think about food all day long. They conditioned you breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's where you're getting overweight. You got done eating breakfast. Well, we got to think about lunch. What we going to have for lunch? I might as well go and get dinner. See, all these great big fat meals you eating. 3 great big fat meals. You don't need all that. Start eating you some healthy food. Substitute for some fruit. If you want energy, don't drink no energy drink. Drink some fruit. When my coworker passed in my driveway, they were pulling out cans of energy drinks. And this was a healthy man. Didn't smoke, bicycle every day, ran. He was healthy. He used to bike for charity. He used to bike for cancer. He marathon biker, healthy man. The energy cans, they were pulling out the van. He had a heart attack in my driveway. Only the good die young. This man loved his mother. This man was at church every Sunday, and after church, unless he was working, after church, he went to visit his mother. He had a routine. And worked all through the week. He came over there to do some work for us, give us an estimate, and somehow that night, I don't know how, I guess he got confused. He thought he backed in his driveway, but he backed in ours and had a heart attack. And that 4 days later, that's when I saw the phenomenon of the birds in the sky flying around in the trees. It was something to see. But God, here to tell me, greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. So I tell thee, so love, let's grow. Let's rise, let's live, let's sow. Let's pray it forward and be that domino effect. God bless you, kings and queens.